Dateline Turnberry, Scotland, Monday, 28 August. Now, I'm just going to come right out and ask the question. Does Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer intentionally set himself up for these public humiliations, or is he really just so clueless he doesn't know he's doing it? I don't claim to know which one it is, but I tend to lean toward the latter, based on the fact that he seems to always wear an expression on his face like he's a teen girl who just saw an erect penis for the first time, like everything that happens to him is the last thing he ever expected to have happen. But he managed to set himself up for a whole series of public humiliations during President Donald Trump's visit earlier this week, the worst of which was when the president was remarking on Britain's deplorable recent record on free speech rights, which this reporter has described as post-Orwellian, if only because I can't think of a more damning way to describe it. And Sir Keir thought it would be a good idea to smugly pipe up and say, yes, we've had free speech for a very long time here, and we're quite proud of that. And look, Trump could have really let him have it when he did that. He could have turned around and said, "Really, dude? Is that why you're giving housewives 3-year prison sentences for writing religiously insensitive Facebook posts?" But then the president is more of a statesman and more of a diplomat than I am, so he kind of just rolled his eyes and scoffed at the poor fool, because everybody knows there isn't any such thing as free speech in the United Kingdom in 2025. They've got a set of speech codes at this point that would make the North Koreans blush. And I'm often reminded of how my British friends back in the day used to look down their noses at me and say, "Oh dear boy, you Americans and your First Amendment. We Britons, we would never, ever require a written guarantee of free speech. Because we've got common law and tradition going all the way back to Magna Carta in 1215. Our institutions are so venerable and so rock solid, there could never be any need to codify free speech protections. It's just not something that we ever need to think about." But I don't hear those people say that very much anymore, especially not since English housewives started getting thrown in prison for having the temerity to say things like, "Maybe could we bring in slightly fewer Muslim migrants?" To put it another way, Sir Keir Starmer saying he loves free speech is about as convincing as Liberace saying he loves pussy.